Welcome everyone. Today I have a Path of Exile 2 News Digest. In this video, we'll look at the potential of the ongoing exploit and how players might have found more ways of duplicating the Temporous chest. And on the second part of the video, we also talk about the ongoing exploit that is likely not fixed yet with the save reload instance crash. Those are very concerning, and I do want to cover a little bit about the effect of those changes of items and how this can potentially affect the price of currencies and why is the price of currency falling at the moment on the second part of the video. So coming over to our first part of the video, what you can see is we have had a hotfix and we had a video to cover this. So players can no longer create multiple instances for the trial of seconds, and this is one of the ways other players were actually duplicating the instances so they can get multiple duplications of the temporary silk chest. So let's have a look at the current market. I checked the market this morning. Let me refresh for you guys again. And you can see it's around 500 to 480. And this number is fluctuating between 40-ish of the numbers. And if you recall previously, yesterday, when the hotfix was made, this number went down as low as 218. So keep in mind, this is a day ago. So after the hotfix, there is a massive surge of players buying those chests because now without the duplications, those chests' price went skyrocketing. And what happened was within 10 minutes, those chest price went from 20 to 30 divine to 50 to 60 divine within the first 10 minutes. And then it will later fall back to 45 or 50 divine. And it stayed that way. And a lot of content creators similar to me have been reporting this potential bug, and we are happy that it's fixed. So Inferior Gaming over here also talk about this biggest exploit and how players were printing tons of those chests. But something did happen. So what I want to raise the concern and also potential is maybe the players who have been exploiting or duplicating those chests have found a way around the latest hotfix, and this is very concerning. So let me briefly explain what I mean by that, and maybe this may be the case or maybe this is not the case. So let's have a look at both potentials. So firstly, let me direct you guys to one of the comments from my previous videos. So here from Search Hands Lot over here was saying that players can still find a way to exploit through the caravans. And I did have a look at the forum post of the same forum post about the hotfix. You can see that on this forum post, there are players saying that they could still create instances in the caravans. And this might potentially be a way the exploiters or the cheaters of the players who are duping may be doing this. Now, this is very concerning. I do not want to share this unless I test it. I did test it for myself, and I want to show you guys you cannot create instances. So I guess this is a good thing. So if I show you guys over here, if I click my create instance manager, I notice I can create an instance here, but I cannot create instance on the trial, which is good. So I want to have the clarification. I don't think they're doing it this way because after the hotfix, I cannot create instances on this, but I can create instances on the other ones. Notice that I can create instances on other ones, but not on the trial. So this is a good thing. So I guess this is just something I want to share with you guys. This is one of the ways they could be cheating. Maybe they found a way around, but we do not want to try this. I don't recommend anyone even attempting this because you will get banned, your IP and also your hardware can get banned, and you don't want to cheat in the game. So that said, there are other ways that maybe they found a way around. So why do I think about this, and why do I think they have found a way around? So look at the number that was after the hotfix. There's around 220 of those silk chests. So look at this video, about 200 and also 18 that is available. And after a day, those chests went to around 500. So the availability of those chest pieces went to around 500. Now it's slowly falling to 480. And you can see the price of those items are falling back down again. And I do want to show you guys, if you guys are not sure, if we scroll down a little bit, you're going to see some regular names like Art1 over here. Again, I do apologize if he's selling for his group and they're farming together and he could be innocent. But I think I noticed there's a lot of similar names as you repeat. And I think I saw a number of chests that was listed by the same buyer. And as you keep scrolling down, you get to know what I mean. So it is still likely, guys, they might have found a way around because the availability of those items went from 220 to close to 500. And estimating around 250 of those chests are duplicated chests. Even selling at 30 divine, they would have duplicated over 7,500 divine because of the sudden surge of the supply. And those numbers are increasing fast. And earlier today when I did the refresh, I saw that those items were around 480, then it went to 500. Now it's, it's 482. It's always up and down within 10 shares. So they're selling fast, they're getting more of those items fast. And this is what raised the concern. At the moment, we're not sure how they're doing this, but this is likely they found a way around the hotfix to create more instances to abuse and also create more duplications. Now that said, I did discuss with some of my friends. We also speculated maybe this is just them dumping off and selling off the previously duped chest. So maybe they have duped over thousands and thousands of chests, we just don't know. And maybe this could be the case, they're just selling off whatever they have duped. But regardless, guys, be careful. There's a sudden surge of over 250 duplicated chests on the market, and even at 30 divine, they have duplicated over 7,500 divines. So please be careful. Whether they have found a way around or whether they have selling off the previous duped ones, it is likely the number they have duped is much, much higher than what we expected. So how you want to be worried about this and how you should be careful about this, I know I had just made a video about using this chest and it looks amazing. But I still want to warn you guys, I don't want to bait you guys into buying this chest not knowing what can happen. In Path of Exile 1, when players were duping or mass duping items, those duplicated items were deleted in Path of Exile 1. And this could happen in Path of Exile 2 because the developers, they will be back on holiday next week. And a lot of things can change. There will be build nerfs, there will be punishment, there will be bans, there will be deletion of items potentially for those items. You do not want to get caught up with a massive dupe with over 200 or 300 plus items being duped at once. And the more item that is duped, maybe it is more likely the developers will be deleting those items because it is greatly affecting the market. And some players have even suggested to disable the instance creation. Some players have suggested economy reset because this is affecting a lot of other items as well. Now during this time, I do want to come back to this video, which during that video I did make a small mistake because I was too excited and hoping the developers will also fix the instant crash, save and reload bug. What I didn't notice was during this time, this was actually posted 2 weeks earlier, but the latest post actually bumped this one to the refresh to the 3rd of January. So the instance crash hotfix number 3 is likely not the fix we're hoping for. And in that video, I was too excited. I was like, yes, they fixed everything, but turns out not only there's no stash sale, they did not fix everything at this moment because they're still on holidays, which they do have a long New Zealand holiday. I wish I live in New Zealand now. So what is happening is the ongoing exploit that is different to the duplication of the chest. Players are save and also reloading, crashing the game so they can save and reload. This means they're valving expensive, uber unique items. And at the same time, they are creating perfectly rare with omens that cost over 10 divine. Because omens are not wasted if you can save and reload. Now here I do want to remind you guys, do not even try or attempt this particular thing. Even though it's likely not fixed at the moment, it will be fixed and everyone who's related to this likely will be banned. And you do not want to do this, guys. I'm sharing this because this is a concern and by the looks of it, it is not fixed at the moment. And we will need this one to be fixed as quickly as we can because this is greatly affecting the market as I'm going to explain on the next part. So what does this mean for us is, yes, this is not the hot fix we're hoping for. This is the hot fix for something else that was 2 weeks ago. Very unfortunate. And yes, so the scary thing is the corrupted uber unique items like the utility belt, a lot of things, you got to be careful. If you look at those corrupted items, suddenly there's a lot of those numbers, 34 of those with over 81 corruption stats. Usually this one only rolls for 80. So players are doing this, they're taking those items, they're valving it and then crushing the server, and I don't recommend again you guys are trying or even attempting this because it's bad. And it's bad for the economy, bad for the players. They're creating perfectly max rolled items and selling them for over 10, 20 or 30 higher divines. And you can see some of the top row ones sells for over 400, 200 or even 100 divine because they are maximum rolled. And they have found ways to cheat and also save reload. Unfortunately, the hotfix we were looking for was not the one that UNFIXED. So this is still ongoing, and the same thing they can be doing is to rare items. So please be careful. If you plan to buy a uber unique item, I'll recommend searching and so looking around without the corruption. So yes, if you search for the corruption ones, there's a chance of those kind of bugged and also cheated. If you search the one without corruption and try to get a higher roll, this might be the best way to go if you're buying those items to stay safe and not having the risk of having those items deleted as well in the future. So yes, this is still ongoing. It's important we talk about this, and it's important we let the developers know that this needs to be fixed because this is greatly affecting the economy of the game. When I talk about the economy, let's talk about why are the prices of the orbs falling. Now, I do not think I'm an expert in the finance of PoE2 because this is such an early access. So as you guys might have noticed, a few days ago, the price of Divine to Exalted Orbs was 120, 130. Now it's below 100. So what is happening? And let's use a reference of the trend of Path of Exile 1. They might not be the same, but this is an example. So this is hard to see because it's only 120 days. Usually the price will go up and then it dips down. Notice over here, it dips down by 10, 20% and goes up again. And at the moment, because a lot of players have been buying less items, maybe this is one of the reasons the price of items has been falling because there's a lot of supply, there's not enough demand, similar to economics and also free trade. And what I'm also speculating is there may be forces that is playing around in the market. They have a lot of exalted orbs, but they're trying to, to dump and sell, push down the lower price, and then they buy back the divine orbs to profit about 10 to 20% just by pushing down the market price. So what you should be aware is, now this is my personal prediction, and we're using the graph from PoE1. So this is not a financial advice for Path of Exile 2 guys. Please know this is a disclaimer. So what I'm thinking is the price might go down a little bit lower and the price might go down depending on the time of the day when majority players are playing. But eventually after a few days, especially when the weekend is coming, the price might go back again over 100 exalt for one divine orb. This is usually the benchmark for those currencies. And I think a lot of the exploits and also things may be affecting the price of items, but we're not sure if this is correlated or affecting this directly. Regardless, guys, just be aware, players may be purposely putting down the price of certain items and then buying them back up. And you do not want to panic sell your divines thinking this will go down to 30 or like 20 exalt. This won't go down below 70 exalt. I'm pretty sure of that. But if I'm wrong, I do apologize. It's rare that this crashed below 70. So price did go down by about 20%, and I expect around the weekend it might bounce over 100 exalt, and I'll keep you guys updated on how things are going because this major exchange is going to affect all the currencies, everything related to the game. And if you guys do have insights and also understandings from Path of Exile 1 and also understandings to Path of Exile 2 economy, please let us know in the comments below how and also what do you think the price of those items will be in the weekend or maybe a week later. Now hopefully you guys found today's video helpful. Again, a big thank you to everyone on YouTube, especially our supporters and also those of you guys who's been supporting me on Patreon as well. And we do have a new feature on the Mattjestic YouTube channel. If you click onto this, you can become a member. Yes, I've added this just recently, and this will allow you to have early access to videos that is posted a few hours or even half a day earlier if you want to watch those videos a little early. But yes, this will cost money. So please be aware the membership will cost money. And if you do want to watch videos normally, those videos will still be available after 6 to 12 hours, normally on the time we post those videos. And I'll be aiming to post at least one Path of Exile video a day. And this will be including guides, tips, news update, and also the latest tricks that is discovered on both the English and also Chinese community to keep you guys updated. And if you like those videos, make sure you leave a nice comment and also leave a like for those videos. Now, before we finish, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so because I'll be looking into the latest Path of Exile 2 news on different communities and also on our official forum, official webpage. I'll also be looking into the best build for each of the class as the meta develops with the Chinese and also the English community. So stay tuned for the latest update and also guides for Path of Exile 2. And of course, this is going to be a big month for us. And I'll try to bring you guys all of the latest content and also guides for Path of Exile 2 to come.